All right, here we go. Fabulous Football Friday, Week 4 edition, sponsored by ARH Beckley and Window World of Beckley. Week 4 is already here, and it was a fun one. Different type of vibes. Some teams off after a big week. Some teams getting delayed. Oak Hill playing tomorrow instead of today. But we had big games, big rivalries, and we had home openers. Teams, after starting the season 3 weeks on the road, they finally come home to their fans. How do they do in front of those fans? That's the question. But it all starts with the game that we were at all day. The game of the week, sponsored by C. Adam Tony Tire Pros. It was Bluefield coming off an all-time win. It was Woodrow Wilson starting the season 2-0 and then losing, and Coach Surratt told us at the 5 he did not want them to lose that game, and they shouldn't have lost that game. He said they beat themselves. So the key was to play Woodrow Wilson football. But could they do it? Game of the week, rivalry, a lot of pressure. Don't go 2-2. Let's go out to Woodrow Wilson to find out. Here it goes, a big time game for a clash between two teams who believe they have what it takes. Bluefield head coach Fred Simon coming off the comeback win of a lifetime, and Beckley looking to bounce back in this big rivalry game. Woodrow started out looking to set the tone in the run game. That's Bryce Ford ripping off a big gainer to start Woodrow's second drive. And when you can run the ball, that opens up the pass game. Gage Price drops back and drops a perfect pass on the sideline to Landon Jones, and he gets the toes down. What a catch. We'll show you that one again in a second. Then it's back to the ground. There's some misdirection in the backfield, and Connor Ray takes it into the end zone. They go up 7-0. Beckley strikes first. Bluefield, they know they can run the ball too, and that's Willis Wilson busting outside and rumbling for a big pickup. Then the freshman quarterback, Maddox Simpson, had an incredible game last week for Bluefield. He can pass and run. He picks up another good chunk play. But that Woodrow defense is tough, and they get home and stop the outside run. Bluefield punts it away. So Woodrow goes right back to the run play, deep in their own half, and that's MJ Staples following his blockers, and Bluefield defender makes an attempt, but Staples is too strong. It's a foot race all the way, and it's a touchdown. Woodrow up 14-0. Bluefield down 2 scores. They go to the pass like they did last week, and Keeson Smith gets loose down the sideline, but A.J. Thomas comes over from deep safety, makes a huge play, breaking up the pass, saving the touchdown. Bluefield forced to punt, and that Woodrow team, they're good at fundamentals, and that includes special teams. Thomas takes the punt, he gets a key block, he stretches down the field on the way to a huge return chunk play. Woodrow on a short field now. They try the deep pass to the tight end up the middle. This time it's Bluefield making a great play. Smith just had a pass broken up on him. Now he turns around and makes a great play on the ball, but you aren't going to keep this Woodrow team out for long. A few plays later, they go right back to Landon Jones, and this time he does make the catch. Beckley up 21-0. Bluefield needs to show some life on offense, so they go to the pass. Jamarius Smith gets the short pass, picks up a big chunk after the catch. They stick with the short passing game. This time, it's a bubble screen to Wilson, and that's another gain. So Bluefield starting to roll on offense here, getting some momentum. Now, they go a bit deeper. That's Ty Lee Simon making the incredible diving catch to move the chains again, getting his hands under the ball as he hits the turf. But the Woodrow defense stands tall. First, they get the key pass breakup as 2 defenders rally to the ball. Now it's 4th down. They go back to the bubble screen, but Connor Ray reads it all the way and blows it up. Huge tackle to end the drive. Now, Woodrow is just going to pound it. Ford with the strong carry. He gets Beckley into Bluefield's half. Look at him go. But it looks like Bluefield's going to stand tall. They get a couple of big stops, and that brings up a long 4th down and 12. But look at this effort. Thomas makes the catch in the middle of the field. He rumbles inside the 5-yard line, and his teammates rally to the ball and push him into the end zone. Talk about strength, talk about teamwork. Woodrow, they ride the momentum to a 43-7 win over Bluefield. Game of the week goes to Woodrow. Easily sponsored by C. Adam Tony Tire Pro. Woodrow did exactly what Coach Surratt said to us when we interviewed him at 5. He wants to see his team bounce back, not get over-exaggerated, not get too hyped, just play Woodrow football, and they did it. So without further ado, how did they do it? Full screen breakdown. Let's get it, Director Caleb. Couple things I want you to watch here. This is just an incredible play and catch overall by Landon Jones. But first of all, watch the line. Go ahead and play it here, Caleb. And we'll stop it here in a second. Okay, stop it. Look at this. Look at the way, and we talked about this, the way that Woodrow's offensive line, so experienced, one-on-one here. Look at this. You got 3 different guys blocking 3 guys here. One-on-one here. One-on-one in the outside. Gage Price, the sophomore, has so much time with no problem because of how sealed off it is. He does get some pressure at the end. He lets go of it just in time. Go ahead and play it. Throws it up, and now stop it right here. Okay, perfect, Caleb. Good job. Look at this. This is a very risky throw. You're a young quarterback, and you're not just throwing it, you're throwing it into triple coverage, basically. 1, 2, 3. But he trusts his guys. He trusts Landon Jones. Landon Jones goes up, and then watch the foot here. Micah does an incredible job editing it. You're going to see it. He keeps that foot in bounds, tippy toes in bounds to make the great catch. The blocking starts it, the throw, and then the incredible catch, and keeping those toes in ends it. Now, next play here. Again, look at the line. Go ahead and play it. Look at the line, sealing things off. Now stop it right here. Perfect. Watch this guy. Big time here. You're going to see, you can't even see anybody with the ball right now, right? Watch the hole that this big boy right here makes. He is going to push this guy so far out of the picture, it's going to create a massive hole right here for MJ Staples to run through. Go ahead and play it. You see that? Look at that hole. And MJ Staples just uses his speed and takes it from there. That type of blocking doesn't just win games, it wins championships. That is big time blocking, and Woodrow has the athleticism to make it work from there. Incredible job. They win a big game. Now they bounce to 3-1 with the win over Bluefield. From there, James Monroe, they got their first win of the season last week. Can they build on it when they go to Liberty? Let's go out to Liberty to find out. We go out to Liberty where they're taking on James Monroe, and that's how you know you're in West Virginia. There's a horse out there getting things going. There's no better way to get a team ready to go. Liberty with the ball, and that's Landon Lusk getting things started for Liberty as he's busting out the big play. It looks like they're rolling, but James Monroe's defense, they may bend, but they won't break. Here comes Caden Hines, tracks in from deep safety and makes the interception to stop the drive. James Monroe, everyone knows it. They're going to run the ball. They've been such a good team for so long. And Leighton Dowdy takes the quarterback keeper and busts through the line for a good gain. But we just saw James Monroe with the big defensive play. This time, it's Ben Harper for Liberty with the tight coverage. That's a crazy athletic play to get the hand out and break up the pass. And then on the next play, Chris Bowman forces the fumble. And then he falls on it. Look at this. Liberty gets the ball after 2 major defensive plays, but they can't get anything going on offense, so James Monroe gets it back, and they drive down the field and cap it off with a big touchdown from Frederick Parker. James Monroe jumps in front. Later in the first half now, James Monroe back on offense. This time it's Benjamin Comer. He puts on a great juke on his way to a nice run play to gash the defense. And then James Monroe caps it off on the option play. Dowdy keeps the ball, gets in for another score. Liberty, though, they can run the ball too. They show some fight. Isaac Williams takes the direct snap, and he's off to the races, getting to the second level for a big chunk of play. But the James Monroe pass rush, they started to find home last week. They keep the momentum going this week as they flush the quarterback out of the pocket. They tip the pass and it falls just barely incomplete. A heartbreaker for Liberty, but they're not giving up. James Monroe goes for the pass, and Chris Bowman for Liberty goes up and comes down with an interception, but in the end, it doesn't matter. James Monroe goes on to win 27-0. Big win there for James Monroe. We all expect James Monroe to be a good football team. They've been a good football team for so many years. Then they started off the season 0-2, and people were scratching their head. Last week when we were at Oak Hill, we had fans of James Monroe come up and said, what's going to happen with this team? Well, since then, they won 2 in a row, and they're back looking like the James Monroe we all know. We are just getting started. Independence at home. So much more to come. Don't go anywhere. More Fabulous Football Friday Week 4 edition coming up next.